In this talk, I will discuss about the legislative procedure. First, there is no hard and fast rule about the timing of the sessions, except that not more than 6 months shall elapse between the last day of one session and the first day of the next session of a house. This provision ensures that a general election to the House of the People should be held during the 6-month gap. On a rather extraordinary situation in 2002, overholding of election to the Gujarat Assembly, however, the Supreme Court held that the 6-month rule may not apply in case of dissolution of a house. Second, the houses usually sit simultaneously or almost simultaneously because of the requirement of the bills to be passed in both the houses. There are, generally speaking, two kinds of legislative proposals: the financial bills and the non-financial ordinary bills. The former refer to all bills relating to revenue or expenditure of the government, the latter to other matters. The financial bills in turn are divided into two kinds: the money bills and the financial bills other than money bills. The money bills are those bills which contain only provisions dealing with all or any of the following matters: A. The imposition, abolition, remission, alteration or regulation of any tax. B. The regulation of the borrowing of money or the giving of any guarantee by the Government of India or the amendment of the law with respect to any financial obligations undertaken or to be undertaken by the Government of India. C. The custody of the Consolidated Fund or the Contingency Fund of India, the payment of monies into or withdrawal from any such fund. D. The appropriation of monies out of the Consolidated Fund of India. E. The declaring of any expenditure to be expenditure charged on the Consolidated Fund of India or the increasing of the amount of any such expenditure. F. The receipt of money on account of the Consolidated Fund of India or the Public Account of India or the custody of or issue of such money or the audit of the accounts of the Union or of a estate. Or G. Any matter incidental to any of the matters specified above. A bill shall not be deemed to be a money bill by reason only that it provides for the imposition of fines or other pecuniary penalties, or for the demand or payment of fees for the licenses or fees for services rendered, though such income comes into the public fund of the government, or by reason that it provides for the imposition, abolition, remission, alteration, or regulation of any tax by any local authority or body for local purposes. On the other hand, an ordinary bill which contains provisions involving expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India is a financial bill other than money bill. If any question arises whether a bill is a money bill or not, the decision of the Speaker of the House of the people will be final. When a money bill is transmitted to the Council of Estates and when it is presented to President for her/his assent, it shall carry a signed certificate of the Speaker that it is a money bill. Private members thus have no right to move financial bills. They do not have much scope for moving non-financial bills either. One afternoon in a week, the Friday, is earmarked for private members. If their bills or motions get official backing, they are usually told to withdraw their moves with an assurance from the government to bring on a better framed bill. After all, drafting a bill is a business of the experts. There are usually 3 readings of a bill in a house. In the first reading, the bill is introduced with a brief statement. In the second reading, extensive debate and discussion occur. After that, in most cases, the bill is sent to a select committee of the House or to a joint committee of the Houses, or in rare cases, is circulated for the purpose of eliciting public opinion. The committee gives its views on technical details, or feedback from the public is received before the bill goes through the third reading, in which amendments may be made. In respect of non-money bills and the financial bills other than money bills, there is a formal parity between the two houses. If one house passes a bill and the other declines to or fails to pass it within 6 months, or the two houses disagree on amendments to be made to the bill, then the President shall cause the two houses to meet in a joint sitting. In such a joint sitting, presided over by the Speaker of the House of the People, joint voting shall decide the fate of the bill. A bill pending in Parliament shall not lapse by reason of the prorogation of the Houses. A bill pending in the Council of Estates, which was not passed by the House of the People shall not lapse on dissolution of the latter. A bill which is pending in the House of the People, or which, having been passed by it, is pending in the Council of States, will, unless a joint sitting of the two houses is held, lapse on a dissolution of the House of the People. This is in brief about the legislative procedure. In my next talk, I will discuss about the legislative control over the government fund. Thanks for patient listening.